Hi, we're Steve and Tricia, and we've done a lot of things over the years. We raised 4 great kids. We took a trip across Canada for a month and then traveled home through the States. We built a home on our just over 1 acre property and then built another home for my parents. We invite you to join us over this next little while for life on the North Side. Good afternoon from the North Side. We arrived at the cottage to a chill 48 degrees Fahrenheit or 9 degrees Celsius. So the first order of business was to build a fire to heat the place up. We're so thankful for lots of split wood, both indoors and out. In no time at all, the temperature is up to 70 degrees or 21 Celsius. Is that just for kindling?
Well, this is wood for the fire. Not necessarily kindling. Kindling is what you use to start it.
Okay.
They collected about 12 buckets, but they're only about half full each.
Wow.
So there's about another 6 that I have to empty.
So overnight,
Yeah.
I thought it would be too cold overnight.
Well, I think it went in the afternoon because I collected just about 3 o'clock yesterday, so it kept going.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. So that's, yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
Half
It should run more. It's running quite a bit right now. So.
Is the bucket heavy to carry?
It's awkward because it's better to have one handle rather than 2, but it's better than nothing. It means I don't have to keep walking back and forth. So cold last night, so they might have kept going for a little while. You can't fill it too high because if you fill it too high, then it boils over. But
Right. Wow. That'll make probably a liter and a half.
well, it should
2.
make more than what we made yesterday.
Yeah.
It was nice and sweet. It wasn't too bitter, I found. We had
Oh,
some
it was
this morning.
beautiful. Yeah. I meant to get a picture of your waffles with the syrup. It was beautiful. That looks like pretty good wood.
Yeah, most of this is hemlock.
Oh, is that what you cut yesterday?
No, this is
Okay.
from that pile there, but most of it's
Right.
hemlock, which you don't really want to use inside too
In the
much.
house, yeah, for creosote.
I don't know if your camera can get it, but you can hear the buckets dripping.
This one over here. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
just said that was, so that's the culmination of the big pot this morning, and then what I collected in this afternoon, like half of it again.
Oh, and half of that again.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Now,
And you boiled it down to...
I've got almost that much again now drip today.
What time is it? About 4:30-ish?
22:10. 4:28.
Oh, there you go. Boy, that was quite a guess. Good. Okay, so Steve and I went and talked to several neighbors as they were on a walk coming back from their place, and we got talking for so long that here it is 2 hours later, and we totally forgot about the syrup. So it's boiled right down to nothing, so he's going to combine them.
Oh, you can't do the filter, right?
So Steve wants me to hold this. It's still a bit runny.
So here we are the next day, and even though we've been doing this for a couple of years now, probably 6 going on to 7 years, we have just enjoyed so much being able to make something from nothing. Being able to tap the trees and see the sap come out and boil it down and take the time to do all of that to end up with bottles of maple syrup. Yesterday we had waffles and we enjoyed it so much, just being able to have it and enjoy it. So we decided today, Steve came running in this morning and said, the trees are running like crazy. Do you have any more buckets? So we went out and rummaged around and looked for some more buckets and got some coffee cans that he nailed to the tree. So that's great. He's enjoying doing it, and we're enjoying having the product of it. So today, here we go again, doing more maple syruping.
Man, how muddy it gets, eh? Just in the
Well, it's frozen.
couple days. Frozen, and then it starts to thaw. It just creates puddles everywhere. So how are you doing for sap this morning?
Well, you can see we've got the pails there.
Okay, this one's half full, and that one's full. Wow.
That's the memory from last night.
Oh, just a little bit left in the bottom of it. Wow.
I have to have the fan on because boiling maple syrup in the kitchen makes your ceiling all sticky with sugar. So I keep the fan on as much as possible, but we're coming down to the last little bit. We had a little bit of extra maple syrup tonight that was quite thick. So I decided to take it and try to make maple fudge, which I've actually had a hankering for a little bit. So I was to let it boil for 5 minutes, the maple syrup. Let it boil for 5 minutes and come to a good rolling boil. And then after 5 minutes, put in 1 cup of heavy cream, but not to stir it. So I put in the heavy cream, and then you let it return to the boil for 20 more minutes. And that's where we are now. It's at about 17 minutes. So it's getting pretty close. And it's supposed to reach a temperature of 236. That's pretty exact. We're at 225, but it's very, very slow. Technically, you're not supposed to let it rest on the bottom of the pan or you get a false reading. But I'm nervous my maple syrup is going to start to scorch and burn. It's at about 228 and it needs to be 236. I just hope my candy thermometer is right. Boy, that's getting very candied. You can tell just by the look of it. Okay, I'd say that's 235. We said at 236, take it right off the heat. There, that's about 236. So let's try that. Take it right off the heat altogether. And add 3 tablespoons of butter to it. So I've got some butter here sitting aside. Just check this. Yep, and do not stir. So add the butter and leave it for 8 minutes. Okay, it's been sitting with the butter in it for 8 minutes. And now we're supposed to beat it with a mixer for 5 minutes. It's quite dark. Almost like a chocolate color. Supposedly it gets lighter and continues to thicken while you mix it up for the 5 minutes. We're coming to the end of the 5 minutes of mixing, and it's turned quite a bit more of a caramel color instead of a chocolate color. You're supposed to go till it's a little bit thicker, and then it's supposed to lose its sheen, so not be quite as shiny. So whereas it was quite runny before, it's pretty thick now, which is nice, but it's got to go a little further till it crystallizes. It's continuing to get lighter in color and thicker. We just need to be able to see it begin to crystallize. I guess it's starting to pull away. You see that looks crystallizing?
I think you've got to say, here come the fudge.
Looks more like peanut butter.
The machine's having a harder time mixing it. You can start to slow down. Because you know, in a fudge store, you see the little mixers and stuff that's scrambled, right? It's all like strands. Oh, there you go.
Yeah?
Yeah, that looks more like it. just fresh growth. It's the buds coming on the. It's only what is it, the first day of spring, but the trees are starting to come.
Wow, cool, eh?
There was one in here that had even longer shoots on it. I'm not even sure what kind of tree that is. Yeah. Apparently it's called Christmas moss. It's just a ground cover, but it's soft, but the needles don't fall off. It looks like it's evergreen, but it's some kind of moss, I guess.
And people do decorations with it?
I guess so. We know people that use it to decorate at Christmas time.
Thank you for joining us on the Northside. Special thanks to Joanna and to bensound.com. It was a good day today. Beautiful weather. We managed to finish stacking enough wood for next winter, make 5 more bottles of maple syrup, and get a few more logs for possibly more of Steve's carvings in the Oh, and this was our view on the way home. It was absolutely gorgeous. The fog rolling across the lake. Thank you for joining us at Northside.